When I say Kalalali, how was Shimmer, Shy Boy, Shimmer, Kadash, the honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers in the island by way preaching this word in sincerity and in truth with much honesty. Yes, and we are at it again. You know, the financial, the financial scene again. There seems to be the problems popping up again. You know, coming full circle on the U.S. economy again. You know what I mean? With a problem that was never solved from 2008. Now, I'll play this video here and then we get down in the prophecy dealing with that situation. You know what I mean?
And that's what we're doing tonight. With the news that for the fifth straight day, the Fed is intervening in the business of banking. Again. This time it's called repo operations. Joining us now to try and break this down for us is Christy I. She's the co-host of Boom Bust, as you see here on RT America. All right, let's start by explaining to a lot of people who don't understand what actually is the repo market. What's the repo market?
The repo market is a $1 trillion market in which the banks loan money to each other, trillions of dollars every single night in overnight loans in order to maintain their reserve ratios. So essentially, it's a system based on trust. When banks loan to each other, they take a little bit of collateral, and then the next day they'll get back the entire principal plus a little bit of interest. The interest, for the most part, is maintained at a very low rate, somewhere along 1.5 to 2%. For the most part. However, when there's a spike like this, when something like this happens, that means that there's an anomaly in the market. There's risk in the market. There's uncertainty. Because when you don't trust your counterparty, when you don't think that they're solvent, then you charge a higher interest rate. You might charge 5%, 10%, 15%, because you don't think that they'll be able to pay it back.
So are you actually saying that this high spike up to 10%, if I'm charging you 10%, that means I don't trust...
Hey, the scripture tell you that there's no new thing under the sun, man. You know what I mean? And basically, this is the same scenario playing out again, like from 2008. And as they're going to show you, from even 2000, man. You know what I mean? And basically, this economic system is modeled off of the ancient Roman Empire monetary system, man. You know what I mean? And just the same way like our Rome monetary system failed, is the same way this monetary system is going to fail, man. You know what I mean?
Trust you completely if you came to me and said, Rick, I need to borrow some money from you. So does this mean that some of these bigger banks are saying to some of these smaller to middle to medium banks, we don't think you're going to be around sometime in the near future?
This was a liquid...
So there we have it, man. There we have it. So you have banks basically know that certain banks in the circle basically right now is insolvent. You know what I mean? Meaning them can't match up to them debt obligations, man. So in order for the money to pass around, I'm not gonna really pass around the money to the bank and so them can't pay back. You know what I mean? Because I'm going money them have to pass around. So the Fed now have to come in with them bailout packages, man. You know what I mean? So them put it under this disguise right now. Them not call it bailout in the public eyes, but that's what's going on, man. You know what I mean? The Fed have to chip in, but how long the Fed can't continue to sustain this, man. See, because all this new money, that's what created the problem. You know what I mean? Because every time money is put into the system to add liquidity, you know what I mean, debt is also attachment. Because we know a monetary system that is now called the fractional reserve banking system. You know what I mean? Just by borrowing money, you know what I mean, it actually cause money to generate. You know what I mean? So debt basically is a driving force behind money creation in this society, which is ass backward, which is mad, which is lunacy, and it's unsustainable. And it's only a retard would believe, say, yo, that could be sustainable, man. But hey, the elite basically set this up because they're a bunch of thieves, man. They're a bunch of thieves. You know what I mean? So having the world strung out on debt. See, but now the chickens are coming to roost for America. You know what I mean? The curtains are coming down. You know? See, so that's the point we're at right now. You have many saying that we're gonna get a full blow recession in 2020. You know, the recession is already started, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, the recession was it already was. It never did gone. You know what I mean? Try to cover it up to the best of them ability to put in a band-aid over it. Now emerging start to take place, man. Yeah? But hey, just addressing the elite, these wicked elites. See first precept here. This is Micah 6 and 11. It said, shall I count them pure with the wicked balances and with the bag of deceitful weights? Now, what is the bag of deceitful weights and the wicked balances? You know what I mean? But the money we have is not actually money, man. Yeah? It's money based upon debt. You know what I mean? A note, a promise of money. It's not even real money. Once the US dollar was redeemed by gold, since Bretton Woods agreement coming down, ever since then, um, you remove the gold standard from the US dollar, then it become a what? Legal tender. You know what I mean? You know, so you don't actually own anything by owning paper currencies, man. You know what I mean? That currency you're holding seeing only have value so long as people see it have value. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean, like regular people on the ground. You know, the big money changers them. When them still like say, oh, it no mean nothing again, then it no mean nothing again to people on the ground, man. Them are the big fish. You know, them determine what's valuable in this society, man. But the Lord determine what's valuable, and that's what gold and silver. That is real money. See, and so this paper you have, this fiat currency you have, is a bag of deceitful weight, man. It's a promissory note. Basically, it's a debt note. A debt note, you know. And these men use it to rob, rape, and plunder violently the earth, man. Violently. I'm gonna continue. You know what I mean? A lot of wars been fought, you know, bombs drop on people, you know, all because of this to protect the lie, which is the US dollar. Anyway, for the rich man thereof are full of violence, man. Them use the military to hammer that down everybody throat, man. Because right now the US dollar shouldn't have no value at all, but guess what? Them have the great American military, you know. And anybody try to come against the US dollar will die. Look at Gaddafi. Prime example. But anyway, it's a and the inhabitants thereof are have spoken lies, and the tongue of this and the tongue is deceitful in their mouths. You know what I mean? You get tricked, man. You get a trick bag. You know, niggas talking about the dollar bill, y'all. You look, man, you have a trick bag, man. See, only thing your money gonna the money you claim that you have. You know what I mean? Letting it rain. You know, you're gonna need that shit to burn for fire, like firewood to keep it warm, man. That's all it's gonna good for at the end of the day. Yeah, that's what I'm pointing out here because, hey, as we're speaking about America ride this party wagon for years, man. The luxury having their currency as their world reserve currency, and also the petrodollar. You know what I mean? So them get away with a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Even running the economy in this massive debt, man. They don't keep spending. They just get a wild credit card and then just spend, and now the debt is coming up to bite them in the ass, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. So let's go. He says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverbs against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. These people spend like there is no tomorrow, man. Look at the US military, man. Military spending, one of the largest in the world. You know, you have all different government aid in America giving away shit to the citizens and that. Yeah, look, man, a lot of money is being spent thrown all over the place, man. You know, but anyway, so woe to them that increase it, that which is that. is how long unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay. You know, look at that word here, the thick clay, look at that. You know, but yet, let me just crack up pronounce it.
Strong's H, 5671, Avteet.
Yeah, pronounce it different way, but hey, either or there, but hey, I bought yet. Weight of pledge, every debt. And if I can say, this is talking about financial debt, man. And that's the reason why you look up words in the Hebrew. Yeah. See what word they translated the text from. See, because you know you're learning that this is talking about financial debt. You know what I mean? And America basically have one of the highest debt known to man in the command to paper currency, man. Trillions in debt. Trillions, man. And you have these banks now, trillions in debt. You know what I mean? A bank having derivative value more, way more than what the bank itself worth. You know what I mean? I think the total derivative now on the planet basically is, I think it's 600 trillion. You know, you have banks, you have bank, actually I think it's Deutsche Bank or one of them bank that have about 70 trillion in derivative. You know what I mean? And Deutsche Bank over there in Germany is failing. The German economy is also failing. Germany is going into a recession right now. And now the world is going to a recession, by the way, because you see, Germany for Europe and America for this western side of the world, man, and you know everything else, you know. So the major economic powerhouse then basically is about to go belly up. Seeing so, you know what gonna be the result of all these failures, man. Job losses. Who can remember 2008? You know, you have job losses. You know, um, businesses closing down. You know, seeing um, people getting desperate because certain services was threatened to cut off. You know, what I mean, some people livelihood them. You know, that one with food stamp now come in or what? But watch what I go on. Watch what I go on. Cause this one gonna be um they're gonna make 2008 look pale in comparison. You know what I mean? 2008 was like a walk in the park for what's coming, man. This bubble when it bursts, you know what I mean? Everybody I get wet. You know what I mean? Everybody I get wet when a bubble that bursts, man. You know what I mean? Seeing so, hey, just go down to the effects of what's gonna happen when this bubble bursts. But anyway, it's a in in the days in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, when the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Yeah, so right here it's saying that look man, joblessness is coming again, man. You know what I mean? Grinding, when talking about the grinding cease, talking about work, the halt of work, the work halt coming to a halt. You know, everything coming down to a grinding halt. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of people gonna lose their jobs. You know, people gonna lose their mind. You know, cash flow cut off. People try to get the money from the bank. You know, run on the bank and the bank gonna shut you out. People will be burning these. Some of these businesses will be burning, man. You know, you know, a lot of people get shot in the street. You know, trying to loot and all them. Hey, look, man, we know all the effects coming from them disorder. But anyway, and the door shall be shut in the street, and the sound of a grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. So you go rise up at the voice of the bird. Hey, remember them early morning commute? We used to wake you up out of your bed, you know, the subway train, you know what I mean, the horns beeping and all that, the people rushing to work at the rush hour, yeah, all that. gonna be gone, man. So things naturally from nature gonna wake you up like the voice of the birds. You know what I mean? That's how it's gonna be. That's how bad things are gonna become. Not even a motor car you're not gonna hear in the morning, man. But anyway, all the daughters of music shall be brought low. You know what I mean? So every form of entertainment, you know, when it want to be Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, them stupid ass rappers now, you see, don't what the hell them rapping now. You know what I mean? When they want to be football, basketball, major leagues, whatsoever league, all those things, man, coming to an art. Everything that the fun and games, the theme parks, all those things coming to an halt, man. Yeah, that's what the Lord's bringing, man. He say, and when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and the fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper uh, shall be a burden. Yeah, because nature is gonna take over. Hey, this modern society. Hey, look, man. Hey, look, man. See, he said, this, and this desire shall fail, because men go it to their long home, and mourners go about the street. You know what that mean? A lot of people gonna die. You know what I mean? Man going to their long home. Where's that? The spiritual world, man. Spiritual world. And guess what? If when you reach the spiritual world, you die. So a lot of people gonna die, man. And typically famine, because when you have economic disturbance, famine follow, and wars follow, man. World War III is coming in the midst of this, man. Martial law and all them crazy things, man. A lot of people gonna die. You know what I mean? Yep. Mourners going to the street, and at one point the Bible actually tell you that, look, man, nobody not gonna do one night time for bury the amount of body we are gonna do, man. So them corpses are gonna about stink, the place are gonna stink, foul scent. Hey, you gonna smell like over Bahamas, seeing 4 days after the hurricane. Foul scent, you know what I mean? Stench of death, of dead people. That is an example for you to learn what's gonna happen in America and everywhere else on the planet, man. So with that, we say Kalalali, our Bashim, our Shai Bashem, Raka Kodash, double honors to the apostles of Graham and Stone. Shalom to all the brothers, them keep pushing this truth in sincerity, man.